Some doors are meant to stay closed. They stand as silent sentinels, guarding secrets that are better left undisturbed. These doors, often overlooked, hold within them the echoes of the past, whispers of forgotten tales, and shadows of those who once walked through them. But curiosity has a way of prying them open. It's a force that drives us to seek the unknown, to uncover what lies hidden. The allure of the forbidden is a powerful thing, and it can lead us down paths we never intended to tread. There was a door in Sarah's house that no one ever opened. It stood at the end of a long, narrow hallway, its wooden surface worn and weathered by time. The door seemed to whisper secrets of its own, secrets that were meant to remain hidden. It wasn't locked, but something about it felt wrong. It was as if the door itself was alive, breathing softly, waiting for the right moment to reveal its dark contents. The air around it was always colder, and a sense of unease lingered in its presence. She inherited the house from her grandmother, who left only one warning: never open the door. Her grandmother's voice echoed in her mind, a stern reminder of the dangers that lay beyond that threshold. The house, with its creaking floors and dusty corners, was a relic of the past, filled with memories and mysteries. Late one night, Sarah woke to the sound of whispers, soft and eerie, coming from that very door. The whispers were faint at first, like the rustling of leaves in the wind, but they grew louder, more insistent, as if calling out to her. She lay in bed, heart pounding, trying to convince herself it was just her imagination. Curiosity gnawed at her, so she approached it, heart pounding. Each step felt like an eternity, the hallway stretching out before her like a tunnel into the unknown. The whispers grew louder, more distinct, as if they were speaking directly to her, urging her to come closer. As she placed her hand on the doorknob, the whispering stopped. The sudden silence was deafening, a void that seemed to swallow all sound. She could feel the cold metal beneath her fingers, a stark contrast to the warmth of her skin. Her breath caught in her throat as she stood there, frozen in place. She hesitated, but then slowly turned the knob. The door creaked open, the sound echoing through the silent house like a mournful wail. She peered into the darkness beyond, her eyes straining to see what lay within. The air was thick with the scent of dust and decay, a testament to the years the room had remained untouched. The door creaked open to reveal a dark, empty room. Relief washed over her until she noticed the shadows. They were moving. At first she thought it was a trick of the light, but as her eyes adjusted, she realized the shadows were shifting, writhing like living things. Relief washed over her until she noticed the shadows. They were moving. The shadows seemed to dance along the walls, their movements erratic and unsettling. She could feel a chill run down her spine as she watched them, her mind racing with questions and fears. Suddenly a cold breeze rushed past her, and the door slammed shut behind her, plunging her into darkness. The sound of the door slamming echoed in her ears, a final, ominous note that signaled her entrapment. She was alone in the dark, with only the whispers and the shadows for company. The whispers returned, louder this time, circling her like a swarm. They seemed to come from all directions, surrounding her, enveloping her in a cocoon of sound. She could feel the presence of something unseen, something malevolent lurking in the darkness. Then a voice spoke, clear and chilling. "We've been waiting for you." The words sent a shiver down her spine, their meaning sinking in with a terrifying clarity. She was not alone in the room. The voice was calm, almost soothing, but it carried an undercurrent of menace that made her blood run cold. Sarah reached for the door, but there was no handle. No way out. Panic set in as she realized she was trapped, the walls closing in around her. She pounded on the door, her fists striking the wood with a desperate force, but it was no use. The door remained firmly shut, a barrier between her and the outside world. She screamed, but no one could hear her now. Her voice echoed in the darkness, a cry for help that went unanswered. The whispers grew louder, drowning out her screams, filling her mind with their insidious murmurings. She could feel herself slipping, her grip on reality weakening with each passing moment. The whispers were too loud. They filled her ears, her mind, her very soul, leaving no room for anything else. She could feel them pressing in on her, suffocating her, driving her to the brink of madness. The room seemed to close in around her, the walls pulsing with the rhythm of the whispers. She was trapped, alone, and utterly helpless, a prisoner of the door she should have never opened.